Welcome back to my channel everyone. Today I'll be showing you how to create an animation using text and shape. Let's get started. First of all, I'm going to open a new document. So I go to File, New, and then I'm going to keep the width as 1400 and height at 1000 and keep the resolution of 72 because that is enough, and then press OK. I'm going to quickly switch the foreground color to white and then change the background color to blue. You can use your color of choice. I just want to be a lighter shade of blue, so I'm choosing this shade, then press OK. Now to choose the gradient effect, I'm just going to click on this icon here and then gradient and change it to foreground to background gradient and press OK. I'll now change some settings here which I always gravitate toward. So style is radial and scale is 120, then press OK. To make it easier to edit, I am going to merge the two layers. So the top layer is already selected. I'll hold down on Ctrl key and click the second layer and then press Ctrl and E, which will merge both of the layers together as background. Next I am going to draw a custom shape by going to custom shape tool, then selecting the heart shape and changing the fill color to red. I want the brightest red, so that is the RGB value if you like, and then press OK. The other settings should be fine. I'm now going to draw the heart shape a little toward the left side, so it's not in the center. To the size I think is right. Now to add an effect to the shape, I'm going to click on the add a layer style icon and then drop shadow. Here I'm going to change the distance and the size to 10 and then change the stroke color to a lighter pink, then press OK. Then I'm going to change the size to 7. Now moving on to bevel and emboss, I'm changing the technique to Chiesel hard, depth to 250 and then size to 15, then press OK. Now it is time to use the text tool. So after selecting the text tool, I'll leave the font as impact, change the font size to 130, and also I'm going to change the color of the font to the same shade of red as the heart shape. So if you remember the RGB value, you can use that. Feel free to use any font style and size, then press OK. I am now going to type my text. So what I am going to type is letter I and then click the commit mark, then press Ctrl and T to activate free transform tool. I am going to make the I a little bit bigger by dragging the mouse. I am going to make sure that the I is just as long as the heart shape. Once I am happy with the size of the letter, just going to click the commit mark again and select the move tool so I can move the letter closer to the shape. And now going back to the text tool again, I'm going to write the word U. I'll now repeat the steps again by committing the change and then activating free transform tool and resize the text so it's as big as the shape. Before I did effects to the letter I and the word U, I'm going to drag the heart shape layer on top of the text layer I, like so. After I have done that, I'll now add effects to the text U by going to the add a layer style, then drop shadow like I did on the heart shape. So again changing the distance and size to 10 and add in stroke color to a lighter pink, followed by the bevel and emboss effect. I'll change the depth to 250 and the size to around 24-25, as well as the technique to chisel hard. Then press OK. In order to avoid repeatedly adding the same effect to the layers, I'm going to right click onto the U text layer and select copy layer style. Then select the remaining text layer which says I, and again right click and press paste layer style. This applies the same effects onto the different layers. Now that the text and shape is looking the way it should, I'm going to select Windows Timeline. This then displays the timeline effects bar at the bottom of the screen. So because I have 4 layers, I am going to add 3 more frames as I already have one created for me. I'm going to click on this icon 3 times. So I have 4 frames in total. Now I am going to select the time frame to 0.5 on each of the frames. You can choose the time you would like to set. However, you need to ensure that it is the same for each frame, as it makes the transition more smooth and consistent. Here it should say forever. If it does not say forever, you need to just change it so that it does. So now moving on, I am going to click on frame number 1 and select the background layer and make the other 3 layers invisible. Then I'll select frame number 2. Make sure that the background layer and the text layer I is visible. Moving on to frame number 3. Make sure that the background, text layer and shape layer is visible. Lastly, frame number 4 will have all layers visible to it. Now I am going to play the animation. So this is how it displays each layer and then repeats itself, which is why we selected forever. So now I am going to save this by going to File, Save for Web, and then make sure the format is in GIF and press Save. Then select your desired location and press Save once again. This can be opened via a browser to be played. So this was my tutorial on how to create an animation in Photoshop. I thought I would try something a little different. I hope that it has helped and that you have learned something new today. Please don't forget to like, leave a comment, share and subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you for watching.